Welcome to 2015 Bobcast. This is episode 5. Talking about the Baltimore Orioles at 7-1. We'll start with, let's say this. I'm going to do another thing for the AL East because I want to. I need more points. But there used to be a saying back in the early 90s, about college football. The Florida Gators. They used to say 5th in the nation, 3rd in the state, because Florida had a really good team with Spurrier. And at the same time, the Seminoles of FSU and Miami also had monster teams. So 5th in the nation, but 3rd in the state. As good as you are, you're still only 5th in the nation, you're only 3rd in the state. You guys get it. Well, that's sort of how we feel up in Baltimore right now, because right now Baltimore, 4th best team in all of BSL, 3rd best record in the division. So that sucks. We're 51-30. We're 5 games out of the division, and 2 games out in the wild card. So I'm talking about more about division as a whole, but so yeah, like I said, 5 out in the division, 3 on the wild card. Team's playing pretty well though, 51-30. Certainly can't hate, on that. We're at the halfway point of the season. So you could go just double the record. We're gonna right now. We're on pace to do just pretty much as well as last year. Win 102 games and miss the playoffs by 6 games or 4 games. Missed the wild card by 4 games. Missed the division by 10 games because Boston's on a ridiculous pace to win 112 games. Anyways, the team, Baltimore, we are 3rd in runs scored, 5th in runs allowed. Over this past month, we've been bit by the injury bug quite a bit. Started with our number 4 starter. Our number 4 starter, Zach Britton. He went down for 6 weeks. And then the next sim, our number 5 starter, Jaime Garcia, went down for 5 weeks. And he's also started to, just suck now, ratings-wise. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. But Britton's now back, but the guy who I used to replace them, and they were one of the guys who used to replace him in rotation, Brian Mattis, who those of you who are watching, who have kept track, at one time was my ace prospect. My ace is going to be my young ace. Then he was going to be my closer, my ace closer. And now at 28 years old, he's done for the season, and he's a son of a bitch who I hate, because 2 seasons ago, he went 6-12 with 7 saves and a 4.52 ERA and a WHIP of 1.40. Last season, he went 10-7 with 30 saves and a 4.57 ERA and with a 1.41. This season, he's 6-4 with 6 saves and a 6 ERA, pretty much. Done nothing well for me. He's in his walk year, but I don't know what I'm actually going to do with him. He couldn't even get injured a sim before. Now, he's actually sim before, and I could put him on the DL for the whole season. He would still be arbitration eligible, but now he's free agent. Now he's going to be a free agent in the season because this guy's completely useless. And finally he starts pitching. He pitches 1 good game for me. His second game starting, his first game last time, he won 5 innings, gave up 8 runs, 8 earned. So he's terrible. This time he's going 4 1/3, he's pitching shutout ball, and now he gets hurt after the season. So thank you very much, Brian Mattis. He's going to DL, maybe never to return. We'll see, but team overall, team is playing well. One of the 2 guys who has been a stiff for me all season, Pedro Ahumada, has finally started hitting somewhat. He's hitting, he hit 278 with 370 on base this sim. Pretty much all of it coming this last 278 with 369 on base for the month. But a lot of it came this last sim. Right now he's on 250 with an on base of 350. On pace to end up 18 homers, 80 RBI. It's not bad. Wish it was a lot better, but it's not bad. And I think I need to keep Agumada because, originally the plan was have him play for me this one season after I signed him for the free agent in the soft season. Have him hit 270 with a 360 on base, 20 homers, 90 RBIs. And then I plan on shopping him, dealing him with whatever I could get in the offseason because I have my catcher of the future in Daniel Mangden. So I was going to deal Agumada. But now, looking around at the division, looking at Toronto, I think I'm going to need Ahumada's 9 arm because Toronto has, his love affair with Cool Papa Bell and his 10 stealing ability. He has Napoli Joy with his 10 stealing. He has Ghost, who's a good stealer. So he has great guys at base stealing. You have now Jeremy's in New York. Jeremy loves base stealers. You look at his team he built in Arizona. Jeremy's definitely going to put together a team full of speedsters in New York. So I need a catcher with the arm to stop them. And then Tampa Bay, Jimmy's no better. Jimmy has Krause, obviously, who steals 1 billion bases a year. Stole 70 bases, 80 bases. The guy, that's right? He's already stole this season Oh my god, he stole 71 bases already. He's gonna steal like 120 like he did 2 years ago. So he has a monster of a base steal there. And then freaking Gary Taylor's came up to the bigs. A 10-10-10. Guy's gonna steal even more bases. So how can I go and trade Ahumada in his 9-arm? I'm gonna need a guy to throw these guys out. And Mangden, as much as I love him, he's got a 5-arm. Kidding me? I'll get killed on the base pass from those guys. So I'm thinking that I might need to keep Ahumada, which means that the Sonovich is gonna have to start hitting better. But besides him, the team's hitting okay. No one's really hitting for a great average. Miguel Cabrera's only hitting 265, with an OPS of 790, which isn't great. On pace for only 26 homers. He's not playing that well. Jesus Montero's only hitting 260. Matt Wieters is hitting 260. I'm 13th in batting average, which I should be higher since I have like 5 guys who are 100 in contact. Ryan Dent's hitting only 300 after he hit 340. Pretty much my whole team's hitting down like 50 points from their batting average from last season. The one bright spot, or one of the few bright spots, Harry the Thinker Murray, a 20-year-old shortstop, keeps getting better and better. At this point, he's 164, 51, 95 eyes, 77 avoid K. So, he's hitting 290 with a 350 on base. Just need him to keep getting better. I'm not surprised it's been Travis Hafner. I mean, I brought in Pronk as a pinch hitter, maybe, DH a little bit, and he's been DHing versus righties for me, and he's having a huge year. I mean, he's on pace for only 400 at-bats, but he's on pace for 30 homers and 100 RBI. I mean, it's a monster year out of Pronk just facing righties for me. He's playing well. That's pretty much it for the hitting. I mean, defensively, my team is not playing well. I mean, at the beginning of the year, we were really, really good. Now we're in the middle of the pack. I mean, Boston is fielding much better than us. Jimmy's fielding a little bit better than us. They have the same fielding percentage, but a few less errors than me. The deficiency really is... I don't know who I said deficient. Cabrera has 7 errors at first base, but that's fine. Montero... I knew Montero would be a bum at third base, and he has been. Murray should be a better shortstop than he has been. He's an 8 range, 980 fielding percentage, and yet he's made 14 errors already, and 960 fielding percentage. So that's not good. So really, it's him at my right side of my infield, Montero and Murray, who have been booting a lot of balls, but not that really hurt the pitchers. I mean, like I said, 5th best ERA. Should be a little better if you ask me. I made a switch. I moved Roy Halladay to my ace over Wart just because Doc he's a monster. I mean, he's an innings eater like you would not believe. His last 10 starts went 9 innings, 8 innings, 7 1/3, 7 2/3, 8 1/3, 9 innings, 8 innings, 9 innings, 7 2/3, 7 2/3. The guy just eats innings. On pace for 280 innings, which is the most he's had yet so far. He's 11-6 with 2.82 ERA, a whip of only 1.03. Great year out of Doc for me. That trade was completely worth it. My main man, Rob Ward, turned 26 this season, is pitching pretty well for me. Not as good as Doc, but in his win-loss is bad. His 8-7 win-loss, but he still has a whip under 1, which is ridiculous. But 3.34 ERA. Hopefully that'll come down a little bit. But he's playing well. I'll definitely take Ward, what he's giving me. Wish it was a little bit better, but I'll take that. Pedro Alvarado, my number 3 starter. Weird season, In March, April, he was 0-3 with a 7.20 ERA. May, he was 3-0 with a 2.25. June, he was 3-2 with a 3.05. So, March, April, he had the ERA all the way up to 7.2. And since then, he's slowly, got it down. It's all the way down to 3.9. So if we could get it around to, somewhere where his career average before the season was 3.1 something. Pretty good for number 3 starter. Like I said, my number 4 and 5 have been out. They've been injured. But, Mattis, like I said, is now hurt. So, but... just in time for Britton to come back to number 4. And Jacob Heredia, who's been my 5th starter for the past, 4 seasons. Moved to the bullpen early this year, but came in as for the rotations. I mean, it was moved to the minors, but since he's come up, he's 3-2 with 4.82 ERA. Not great, but, I mean, 4-2 in his starts. And for a 5th starter, I'll definitely take that, right? Bullpen's been holding it down. Hunchy Quo, if I don't trade him to Evan, if we could ever, actually talk online. He's pitching well. Matz is pitching well. Axford's pitching well. Egan. The most only guys are Birkin and Leroux. Those bums. And since Matz is hurt, they're going to need to step up a little bit, everyone, actually. So the team's playing pretty well. I'm a little bit... We're 2 out of the wild card. I'm worried that team's playing well. They were still 2 back in the wild card, 5 in the division, although I think Boston's got to come back down to earth. I'm worried that teams in the Central are one of them's bound to catch fire. I mean, Detroit's right there, but Minnesota, Cleveland, Kansas City, the 3 of them are not going to continue being this bad. One, at least, is going to come get me and Jimmy, but still, Team's playing pretty well. Team's on pace for 102 wins. How am I going to be bitching about that? So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys next month for the Baltimore Report. Peace.